Good day, Ruskin Enjoys. It's time for another batch of abnormals. Yes, we have 6 abnormals to buy today, that being the road sign vest, the garage door, charcoal furnace, black gold double barrel shotgun, the AR Nana, and the hermit crab rock. Yes, the only 2 skins that are not abnormal this week are the kilt and the helmet. So, over the course of this video, we're going to figure out what might be a good price to offer to these abnormal skins. And then, of course, we're going to be talking about what prices might we want to put down for the regular skins, that being the kilt and the helmet. These regular skins, they only become marketable when the next rush store appears on Thursday, tomorrow. Whereas these abnormal skins will become marketable in just less than 4 hours time. So in less than 4 hours time, we will see these become marketable. They will appear on the Steam market and we can buy order them. And if we're fast enough with a decent price, we could be the ones who could buy these at a much cheaper price and therefore make a much better profit. Sounds good? Now, if you don't fully understand what an abnormal skin is, if you look in the description right now on this YouTube video, you'll see 2 links to kind of explain what they are. One's a short video just to show how it works, and then there's one that's a proper YouTube video that's about 20 minutes long, but it'll go into much more detail about how this all works and how you can get involved with it. Make sense? All good? Right, so, gentlemen, shall we begin? Shall we start figuring out prices for these abnormal skins? Let's start talking about the likes of the Pirate Road Sign Vest. So, this was weird. Out of all of the pirate skins, this is the only one to have sold at this price, and I do quite literally mean in regards to all of the core pieces. So we got with the likes of the tier 3, with the hoodie and pants, and the tier 2. The only skin to sell higher than 99 cents was the vest. Why has this happened? I have no idea. But that's effectively made this abnormal. Now, when we look at all of the pirate skins, I shouldn't have closed it. Go get a good look at the pre-existing core piece skins prices at the moment. Face mask, $1.92. Chest plate, $3.53. That one's a bit of an anomaly. We probably won't look at that one too much. But pantaloons, $1.62. And the hoodie, $1.75. I get the feeling, with the likes of this, it's probably going to be fairly close to around, in terms of price, to the likes of the hoodie and the pants and the face mask for a while. But in the long term, I think that vest potentially might be doing a little bit better later on. So, yeah, I get the feeling, because this is listed at a higher price, we could probably just maybe be sneaky and just do maybe like a $1 or $1.20 buy order. But you could also go all the way up to about $1.40. Because by default, and I've said this many times, with the likes of the pirate skins, like immediately the very second they become marketable, you will see buy orders go all the way up to $1. Because all of the pirate skins have sold for $1, but they've been very in demand. So, I mean, if I could just quickly show you the likes of, I just go to the front page. Pirate skins have been constantly in the front page all week. It's that in demand. So, with the likes of the pirates hoodie and pants, the very second they became marketable, we saw the buy orders all around $1 instantly, didn't we? So it's about 90 cents to $1. I mean, some of them might have been removed recently. Some of them might have been completely bought out. Like, I was one of the people that did buy orders on pirate skins, and I did $1, and I bought a lot for $1, and now they're selling for more than $1, so that worked out all right for me. So, yeah, don't be surprised, like, at all, if the likes of the vest has buy orders going all the way up to $1.40 instantly, but as time goes on, you eventually very likely could be buying the likes of this for a cheaper price. So if you want to play it a little bit safer, maybe go up to about $1.20. If you just kind of want to buy it and be successful in actually acquiring it, maybe offer maybe like $1.40. If you want to play it extra safe, stick to about $1.20, just $1. So $1 to $1.20, but you might want to push it up to maybe $1.40. Now that's if the demand does keep the price of the vest up, because as you can see, the difference between the kilt and these 2 pieces is quite significantly different. Like, the difference in estimated sales is a bit different. 15,000 more compared to these. Now, I should reiterate, SCMM is estimated sales. It's not 100% accurate, but its algorithm is usually close enough. It's reliable to follow from. So, it really does look like the kilt's got the most sales at the moment. Now, I should quickly go back and point out something. With the likes of this vest, along with the coffee can, they at the moment are the least selling skins out of all the pirate collection. Guess what was the core pieces, if anything? Chest plate only did about 48,000 sales, but now as you can see here, if we go to the front page and just quickly click this and type in pirate, you'll notice out of all of the pirate core pieces, okay, yeah, you can see that. So we've got the chest plate here, the pants here, the hoodie here, and the face mask here. 185 quantity, 536 quantity, 571 quantity, 91 quantity. Because this sold the least amount, it also ended up becoming the skin that ends up being the most expensive. Like, there is not that many quantity on the market compared to the others at the very least, and it has next to no resistance. This easily could go up even higher. Like, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. This could also potentially happen to the likes of our vest and coffee can. So that's something that you might want to consider, all right? Keep that in your mind. Do you want to go aggressive in this because you feel like this might end up like the chest plate? And also, in the future, what likely will happen to the pirate collection? Will it just keep going up and up and up and up in price? Will it stagnate and just sit at around $2? We don't fully know. But there potentially could be some very interesting things in the future. So $1 to $1.40 is what I'm going to say for this. All right, sounds good. Let's move on. Porcelain garage door. So I should quickly point this out. Go take a look at all of the porcelain deployables. You might have noticed the large box has increased in price by quite a significant amount. What on earth happened here? So apparently William used this in one of his videos, and the power of YouTuber influence, people saw that, everybody bought it out, and now it's selling at $5. I kid you not, just like literally just about a good few days ago, this was sitting at around maybe $2, and then about $3, and then suddenly, okay, now it's selling for $5. So yeah, I just wanted to point this out because, as you can see now, the porcelain deplorable skins are becoming much more valuable. The garage door very likely could become quite valuable as well. And we do have a good feeling that we might be seeing some more porcelain deplorables potentially coming out, because the garage actually was an early pick last week. It skipped ahead of the sheet metal door. Vase actually just submitted a version 2, an updated version of the sheet metal door, so maybe potentially we might see the sheet metal door being accepted sometime soon, and that would be another deplorable, another skin in a porcelain collection, and therefore the porcelain collection becomes effectively more in demand, maybe more specifically the deplorables. But anyway, point made is, I wouldn't be surprised if they make even more deplorable skins. I wouldn't be surprised if they get accepted. They are works of art. They look wonderful. They have probably the best usage of glow-in-the-dark. And I really do feel like that garage door very likely will be retaining its value. Now, with the amount of sales that we've had, 32,000, that's a bit high. Let's also compare it with all the garage doors that came out this year. So let's just get a good look. And what do we see? Yeah, so let's not forget with the likes of the shipping container garage door, that did 40,000 plus sales. Now it's down by 40%. Our Monuments glass garage door, which looked very nice as well, let's not forget, when this came out, that looked awesome as well. That looked absolutely lovely. But right now it's down 7%. But you know what? We recently had the summer sale and whatnot with Steam. This would have been affected by that. Why don't we take a much better look at it? Because this is probably the best garage door skin to compare to. Because if you can remember, this also looked absolutely beautiful and had a wonderful glow in the dark and whatnot. There's only 100 quantity on the Steam market, and it's only slightly below that $3 price it sold for. When times are good, when loads more people are playing the game, what do you reckon will happen to this? It'll probably get bought out, and the price easily could go back up because there's hardly any resistance, hardly any walls of quantities. And then, you know, that could easily go up in price. So I get the feeling we're probably going to see the exact same thing happening with the likes of our porcelain garage door. Same amount of sales almost, sold for almost the same price. I do think this is going to probably end up retaining its value. And if we do see some more porcelain deplorable skins being made and accepted, I feel like it's going to work out even better for it. So I get the feeling that we could probably do a fairly strong bargain on this garage door. I am probably going to do between $1.50 to maybe like $2.10. Because I do get the feeling I could pick them up for a fairly cheaper price. So I kind of think we might see quite a lot of them appearing on the Steam market initially, but the very second we see another porcelain deplorable skin being accepted, I kind of get the feeling the garage door might get bought out a fair bit. And then from then on, could we see even more deplorable skins being submitted and accepted? Wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. We still have the likes of, for the potential, I don't know, armoured door. You could see some double doors. Maybe a small box, a large box. There's plenty of potential for it. Maybe even a rug. Maybe make a tile set on the rug, and then we can have our entire base all porcelain. That'd look funny. That'd look cool. You know, there's plenty of ideas. There's plenty of potential for this collection. And you never know, at some point, we might have another attempt on the hoodie and pants. And if that happens, the full core set will be complete. And that'll be even better. And that very likely could get a nice spike in demand for the whole collection. You might see the weapons go up in price a fair bit more because of that. So, on the horizon, lots of potential good things to happen. So that $1.50 to $2.10. $1.50 for the safer option, up to $2.10 if you want to be more aggressive. Sound good? Perfect. Let's move on. Charcoal furnace. Right, so furnace skins are very awkward, especially during the year. They tend to lose their value during the year, but when we get to like good times, like, you know, around August or at the very end of the year, post Christmas and whatnot, suddenly they are a whole lot more in demand, and then the price of them tends to do very nicely. So charcoal furnace, depending who you are and whatnot, some people seem to like it. Some people just seem to think, it's not much to it. At the end of the day, do we potentially see any more of the charcoal collection potentially happening? Well, if you are fully aware of what I get up to, let's just close this. You'd know every single week I do my Rust Workshop skin checks, and I produce a collection of all the newest Rust Workshop skin submissions that appeared over the past weekend, and you can probably see it immediately. Charcoal rug, right there. Charcoal rug is the next potential deplorable skin for this collection. If we potentially see this being accepted, there's a decent chance the likes of the furnace could potentially go up in the price a bit. But as I did say in my video for my Rust Workshop skin checks, which is right here, please consider giving it a watch, I did say I get the feeling we probably need to see some more charcoal deplorable skins being accepted to really see that much of a difference. So the rug would help, but I would like to see some more. And then I think the likes of the furnace would do better. So let's just kind of go over the point that I've said about last year's furnaces. Last year's furnaces, all the furnaces that came out in 2022 to be precise, they were all down below their Rust store price at some point last year. And then when you look at now, some of them stand out quite nicely. Quite a lot of them are in a negative again. But all of these skins at one point during post-Christmas time were in the positive. Some not by much, but at the very least, all of them were above or around their Rust store price. Could the exact same thing happen to the likes of these? And you can see how only 2 skins at the moment are above their Rust store price. Capybara Furnace and Abyss Furnace. So it's really nice to have the abnormal buy orders to our advantage, because like we can hop in now. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say, with the likes of the Charcoal Furnace, I'm probably going to do 90 cents to $1.30, because I can imagine it probably suffering a fair bit. But if you offered like up to around $1.30, you should still be able to pick up a whole bunch of these at a cheaper price and still be able to manage to sell them for a decent price at some point later on as well. So 90 cents to be extra safe, $1.30 to try and push it a fair bit more and be aggressive. So that's my answer for that. With the likes of the Black Gold Double Barrel Shotgun, well, double barrel shotgun skins tend to be a little bit weird. Come on, load up. Here we go. Look at all the newest ones. And as you can see, down 47, down 16, down 46. Not the best at the moment. Not the best. And No Mercy is part of a well-established collection. You know, No Mercy double barrel shotgun's not doing well, but it's definitely got like a massive collection that it's part of. So that's a little bit awkward. Last year's double barrel shotgun skins aren't exactly doing super great either. Now, let's just talk about the likes of the Black Gold collection, because this double barrel is selling at $2.49. And this is actually the cheapest Black Gold skin to be sold, or rather the weapon skins, because all of the Black Gold weapon skins sold at like $5 or $4, a much higher price than normal. This right here is the cheapest one that's ever come out. Now, this being part of a well-established collection with a lot of weapons and whatnot, do you reckon it has a decent chance of retaining value? I think it will retain value, I just don't imagine it's going to go up in price that much. Now, I'm looking at this with a financial lens. I'm trying to see if there's a potential profit to be made here. And I am a little bit worried. Yes, it's gold, it's shiny, and I think a lot of people would appreciate it. But will there be enough people that appreciate it? 20,000 sales. That's a fair bit awkward. Do you know what we should do? Why don't we go see what the most amount of double barrel shotgun sales have ever been? You know what I'm about, trying to see which one's the most. So, double barrel here, the Black Gold, it is the 3rd highest out of all of them. 55 double barrel shotgun skins. This is the 3rd highest selling. With that, I am a fair bit cautious. I think I'm going to do $1.40 to about $1.80. Yeah, I'm going to do $1.40 to $1.80. I could see this retaining value enough to kind of be close to around its rush door price when times are bad. But when it gets to when times are good, it probably only go up to about maybe $4 or something. We shall see. But yeah, I am a fair bit. I'm just not 100% convinced. It's a nice looking skin. It's nice to see the return of the Black Gold collection. But that's the barter prices I'm probably going to offer or suggest. And that's what I'm going to do with my accounts. Now, here we're going to move on to the AR Nana. This is the... How many banana skins we had? 7th. Yeah, this is the 7th banana skin. I can confirm that there is another banana skin that was uploaded fairly recently, which we can show to you right now. Yes, an MP5 potentially could be on the horizon. The banana collection has just steadily been getting more and more acceptances. That's, that's nice. That's good to see. And they do sell quite a lot. But the likes of this AR Nana, an AK that stands out very nicely. Well, it depends. Do you want to... Look, it's a goofy skin. It stands out. It's bright and yellow. There is no other AK that stands out bright and yellow like this AK. Yeah, I know we have the likes of the Bulldozer AK. I think that's the name of it, which is yellow, but it's not like that kind of yellow. It's like a dark yellow. We'll find it, because it's cheap. We're going to find it here in a minute. Where are you? There you go. Work cart. Sorry, I thought you were a Bulldozer. Regardless, you're cheap and nobody loves you. So, yeah, could it end up like that? I don't think so, because our Banana AK stands out quite nicely. So let's just go by newest. And the point that I'm bringing this up is, we had the Kiss AR come out earlier this year for Valentine's. It's bright, it's pink, it's goofy, and people appreciate that. It's unique. And now it sells for $3. Not an insane increase in price, but it is profitable. It's doing better compared to all of the other ones, really. Now, the Redemption AK came out fairly recently. Unfortunately, it had a Steam market bug that badly affected its buy orders, so it's struggling a little bit at the moment. But at 30,000 sales, it's doing quite all right. So when I look at this, 17,000 sales, you compare that to the likes of the Kiss AR and the Redemption AR, it's got quite a lot less. But when you look at all of the AKs that came out this year, look at that Banana AK, and then just look at all of the other ones, stands out a lot more compared to all of these other ones, doesn't it? Now, again, that potentially might not be a good thing. You might sit there and say, oh, if I run in a forest area, some people might notice me. Fair enough, but sometimes you probably do want to be seen. And you never know. Do you reckon we might see the likes of some banana clothing and armor skins at some point? Do you want to dress up as a banana? Think about it. Look, it stands out. It's unique. Do you reckon that will help it out? If you don't, you probably want to avoid it. But if you do feel like it potentially will retain some value, and if you do think we're going to see even more banana skins potentially being accepted, and therefore increasing, it potentially getting more interest over time, you do want it in Counter-Strike. You want to have the banana agent. Oh, Maxim. You could be a banana agent in Rust. Anyway, moving on. So I think I'm going to do $1.50 to $2 on this one. I think it's unique enough where it stands out and people would probably want to use it. I get the feeling when we get to around post-Christmas time, when we have a whole lot more people playing, yes, I'm talking maybe up to about, well, again, maybe 180,000 people on the regular. I reckon a lot of people are going to look at that, think it's goofy, and want to use it and buy it. And then suddenly we have a lot less quantity in the Steam market and the price goes up because of it. It's a bit of a wait, but technically speaking, we're past the halfway point this year. We're getting closer towards the end of the year. Plus, we also have August next month, and that usually tends to see prices going up. I get the feeling that Banana AK might work out quite all right in the end. So I'm going to go for maybe up to $2, as I said. So $1.50 to $2. You're a goofy AK. It's a bit silly, but I think silly works out all right. But just to be safe, I'm only going up to $2. All right, sounds good. And then we have the Hermit Crab Rock. Now, I made this point the very second I saw it appear in the Rust store. We are starting to see far too many animal-themed skins. Initially, when it first happened, it was goofy, it was silly, we thought it was funny, and we bought the skins, and we enjoyed them. But because we're starting to see more and more of them being accepted, it's starting to become a fair bit of a problem. Because when we have loads of goofy animal pet rock skins, eventually it's going to come to a point where it's like, do I want to use the frog? or the capybara, or the hamster. No, no, I want to be Team Crab. You know, which team are you on? Are you Team Crab, hamster, capybara, or frog? I'm going to start a war here, aren't I? So, yeah, do you get what I mean? Which one? Which one? Oh, look, Primus says nobody's Team Crab, but then Maxim immediately shows his support for crabs. Fight, 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 fight. So, yeah. If we keep seeing more animal theme skins being accepted, it's going to affect all of them, really, because which one are you going to pick? Which one do you prefer? So, yeah, do you kind of understand what happens next week if we get, like, I don't know, a spider rock or a cat rock, you know? Do you see what I mean? You're going to have to start thinking, oh, which one do I actually want? And then, yeah. So, technically speaking, I don't want to say they're bottlenecking each other, but rather we've got too many options and there's only so many you can buy. And the demand for each of them gets split up. So, now we've got a crab war going on. We've got people who like crabs. Jack likes hamsters. So, yeah, they're all going to grab their rocks now and start beating the hell out of each other. That sounded weird. Let's move on. So, anyway, the hermit crab rock, because I'm a fair bit cautious and I do think we're potentially going to see even more pet rock skins being accepted at some point down the line. I reckon I'm going to do between $1.20 to $1.70. Yes, I'm going to do $1.20 to $1.70. That's what I'm going to do for the hermit crab rock. He's a cute little rock. I'll give it to him. But I do feel like we're going to see even goofier, funnier pet rock skins appearing at some point, and I can imagine it likely will suffer because of that. So with that, we've just talked about all of the abnormals, haven't we? We've just figured out decent prices to offer for all of them. I tried to give a reasonable amount of justification for all of the ideas behind the prices and whatnot. But now we need to discuss the prices for the regular skins. But this is going to be easy because I've already technically spoken about the likes of the Pirate Collection, and I've already talked about how previously, so this is mainly talking about the kilt and the helmet right now, with the previous iterations of the core pieces of Pirate Collection, let's talk about Tier 3 now. As I said, the very, very, very second that these became marketable, all of these buy orders you see here appeared going all the way up to $1. Now, I was one of the people that was reasonably fast enough to put a buy order down. And guess what? Yes, I bought a whole bunch of them. If I go over to here to my main account, ready or not, here I go. Oh no, this isn't my main account. Damn it, Hedge. I should have been prepared. Right. Well, let's just wait on that for a quick bit. Point I'm trying to make is I put a decent price down. I went up to about 96 cents. Guess what? I bought a whole bunch of chest plates and face masks. And come on, here we are. Right. Now, I'm just going to quickly show this to you. No, I said rust. Rust. So all of these Pirate Tier 3 pieces you see here, they're all from a buy order that was around 95 cents to $1. My currency got a bit stronger compared to the dollar recently, so I think I ended up having a buy order that ended up going over $1. But the point is, everything you see here that isn't like numbered like that, this was all from a buy order at a slightly cheaper price. But it doesn't matter because the price of all of them have gone up in price now. So yeah, Pirate Face Mask now selling at $2.50. And with the likes of the chest plate here now selling at about $3.50, they all had tons of the buy orders instantly, is the main point. So back to over here, I'm just going to point out, if you really want the kilt and the coffee can helmet, and maybe even the vest, I would just sit here and say buy them. Well, actually, no, not the vest now. Don't do the vest now. Wait until we do the buy orders, then look at the vest. But with the likes of the kilt and the helmet, if you generally definitely 100% want them, just buy them. Because they very likely will go above their rust or price regardless. You know, we still got the likes of road sign gloves to appear and maybe another attempt at the boots. That would potentially give it a bit of a boost. Also, don't forget, I believe we're going to have a pirate jacket at some point soon. So keep that in mind. There's a lot of potential things that could still potentially get a nice bit of momentum boosting for the likes of the Pirate Collection. But by default, I think it's be doing quite all right now. Remember, people look at it as a budget blackout option. And that kilt right there, yeah, that's the cheapest budget blackout kilt that we have, and I'm not surprised it did over 60,000 sales, not in the slightest. But even then, I look at it and I still think it's going to go up. I still believe that is going to be a profit. Now, how many of these are we going to see in the market afterwards? I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot. You might have noticed that we've got 500 plus pirate hoodie and pants in the market, but they're still selling for like $1.50 plus. They sold at 99 cents each, but now they're selling for $1.50 plus. So if you're questioning it, you're still very likely going to make a profit out of them. With the likes of the helmet, though, because it's, you know, with the sales that we see here, these two very likely could end up being the skins that have the lowest amount of sales out of all the core pieces with the pirate collection. But again, still, you know, that could easily rebound and cause them to become one of the most expensive pieces, like the chest plate. I'm talking more in the long term, but I think the coffee can and the vest could very likely do very nicely in the future. So again, you probably just want to do a purchase on the helmet as well, the coffee can. Now, what you could also do is you could do a buy order and purchase them. So you could purchase them and do a buy order, depending if you can afford that with different accounts and whatnot. You get the idea. So yeah, you could probably just buy them and do a buy order. But with the likes of the vest, at the very least, do the buy order first, look at the barter support afterwards, then consider whether or not you want to buy them. That would be the smarter choice, and that is helpful, having this. This being abnormal has been a very nice positive for us, because again, we can see the buy order, support after we do the buy order, and then we could get a good indication whether or not it's okay to jump in and actually buy it, if it's safe, if you know what I mean. So yeah, you could just go and buy these. I bought 100 of these already. I might buy more, maybe. But I'm not going to sell them for another year or so. I'm not looking to sell them instantly a month later. No. I'm going to hold on to them. I think they could easily potentially triple in price by next year. But that's a long wait. How many of you can wait 365 days? Probably not, no. So, yeah. And then can you also afford it? That's another thing. So if you don't think you can get a buy order down fast enough, maybe you're just better off doing a purchase. They've already got a stupidly high amount of sales, but they still very likely will retain their value and potentially go up. So it's up to you. I've given you the word. I think you're fine to jump in and attack them. Just with the vest, do the buy order first, then consider buying afterwards. Right, so with that all said, remember, it's always wise to be aware of all the newest skins that appear on the workshop. And as I have said, keep an eye on the likes of my videos, Rust Workshop skin checks. Whilst it might be long, there's chapters that you can skip through if you want to look at specific skins. I always go through these the same order as you see. So in the video, I go through the exact same order you see here in the collection. So if you want to skip ahead to a specific skin, just, you know, kind of work your way around that. And always keep in mind for the top picks. Yes, TGG's most recent top picks is here. Could we potentially see the likes of the deep seaweed primitive clothing being accepted? Ooh, Hawaiian stuff, maybe. Please, come on, give it to me, please. We could potentially see Arctic Skull. Maybe we'll see a late pick. Maybe we'll see an early pick. Maybe an early pick. Like, you know, there was a mention of, could we potentially see Hardsuit Tier 2 finally get accepted? Yeah, this is the 4th attempt of it being submitted. We also saw the likes of Capybara clothing appear. Chat, YouTube, do you want to be a furry? Do you want to dress up like a furry? I know you want to dress up like a furry. I know you want this. I know you've been dreaming of this. Soon, you'll be able to be your true selves when you play Rust, and everybody can see it, and you can all frolic in the woods and be happy and be joyful. Yes, Mr. Maxim, I know you want it. You love this. You're looking forward to it. They could sell that at $5 a piece, and you'd still buy it because that's what you're like. Yeah, that's what you want. So, Abyss is there as well. Ooh. Always be aware of the collections that are being put on the workshop, and of course with all the skins, but collections do help you out, be able to navigate everything a lot easier and whatnot. So yeah, I believe we've talked about everything we needed to say. Now I guess we're just going to skip ahead and do those actual buy orders. So with that, gentlemen, let's skip ahead. Right then, people, here we go. It's time for our abnormal buy orders. 6 skins to chase after. We're going to start off with the garage door. When it appears. Come on now, don't be shy. Just appear for me, please. Come on, come on. There we go. 1.2 and 66. Yes, please. And vest. You go. Oh, there he is. Okay, right. So we're going to put down this, and we're going to put down for this. Yes. And then for our Nana. Nope. Double barrel? Nope. Oh, there he is. Right. Hello, Rock. Right. What we're going to do for you again, we're going to do that price. So I'm going to probably put down this, and I'm going to request this. Then back to here. We have nothing there, and no. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. You know what? We got enough barders there. Why don't we skip ahead and we'll see the barder support. So, right, people, we're back. So we've done all of our buy orders, and as you can see, these skins have some prices that are being noticed by SCMM, but we don't care too much about those prices. We are going to have to take a look at all of the buy orders. So, how are we looking? Right, so the Porcelain Garage Door, the buy order I did first, this says about 3,000 buy orders. Buy orders that are going all the way up to $2.27. I think this does have a nice future ahead of it, and as I mentioned earlier, all the potential positives looking good for it. It looks like a collection that really will get somewhere, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see even more porcelain skins being made. Hopefully mainly deplorables, but you get the idea. So yeah, loads of buy orders around $1, loads of buy orders around $1. Then you got a 300 here, a 160 here, and you got a 55 here, all the way up to $2, and then you got a 30 here. So it really does look like, if you like the skin, by all means buy it, use it, enjoy it. But if you're looking at this for a potential investment, yeah, there is a bit of a gap here. You could probably put down like $2.30, and at some point in the future, you very likely will be able to buy these. You could put $2.40 down right now, and you'd very likely potentially be able to buy some. 30,000 sold. What do we reckon? Will it ever potentially go down in price much? Or will it just steadily hold a decent price around $3 and above? What do you reckon? At the moment, I can see there's demand for it, and I know there's demand for more porcelain deplorable skins, so let's just wait and see what it looks like in the future. Alright, this is looking good, but will it hold? We've seen some skins looking good before, and then they went slightly below their rust or price. Awkward, but yeah, this is why I always normally suggest do a reasonable buy order first, then look at things. And that, of course, leads us to talking about the Pirate Road Sign Vest. Now, this is selling in the rust store right now for $1.49. It has buy orders already above $1.49. So if you're wondering, should I buy this, or should I wait for the buy orders first, then consider buying this? Well, I did say earlier, do the buy order first, then look at the barter support, then make the decision. I think this is looking like it's probably going to retain its value. I think this is looking pretty good, chat. I think it's looking pretty good. So, yeah, this says over 6,000 buy orders put on it, or requests. Requests is probably the better way of saying it. So a big fat chunk of 2,000 here at $1.11, and then another 1,000 at $1.23, and then you got a few hundred here going all the way up to about $1.50. And then you got this guy right here offering to buy them at $1.53. He could have gone to the rust store right now and bought them in the rust store. Maybe this is a situation of currencies, because of course some currencies kind of manage to be able to buy some things a little bit cheaper compared to other currencies. So this guy offering this amount is probably a little bit less than it is in the rust store, but for us it seems to be a bit higher. Maybe, possibly. I don't fully understand. But at the end of the day, it was kind of expected. Pirate skins, they've had buy orders going all the way up to their rust store prices. They're very second they appear. So this seems to have stayed with the theme. And, well, I reckon it's probably going to be doing quite alright. I reckon this is going to be doing quite alright in the future. And because it didn't sell as much compared to the likes of the kilt and some of the other core pieces, well, as of now it hasn't sold that much, it looks like it might steadily increase in price as time goes on. Remember when I showed off the example of the Forest Raiders? Forest Raiders coffee can and vest didn't sell that much compared to the other core pieces, and as time went on, they've become some of the most expensive pieces in the Forest Raiders collection, simply because they sold like 6,000 or 7,000 less compared to all the other ones. Because remember, people are looking and actively wanting full collections. So yeah, might have a fun, interesting future for this one. So if you do want to go ahead and buy this, it's looking okay to do that. You could put down a buy order if you want, but yeah, yeah, just go buy it. Just go buy it if you really, 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 really want it. Now, is it going to be massive profit? I can't guarantee that. Like right now, we've already got a buy order down to about $2. So if you bought this, you'd have to sell it for $1.72 just to get your money back. And now you can realise the profit on this isn't going to be massive. It's not going to be super great. As of now, it looks like that. But you never know. Give it a month or two. What does it look like then? What does it look like by post-Christmas? I can't see in the future, but We shall see. Aonana. Right, so this is billed as going up to $1.87, but that's me. Don't know who this is. So, yeah, this doesn't have as much requests compared to the other skins. Kind of not too surprised by that. But I do stick by my word. I really do feel like this is a more interesting AK-47 compared to most other skins. I think it does have a potential nice future ahead of it. And I really do believe by the end of this year, when we get a whole lot more people playing the game, I think they're going to look at that and think, that looks goofy, I want to use it. Along with the other banana skins, hopefully. So at the moment, with all the buy orders it's kind of like around here, around $1-ish, and then you got a decent portion here, slightly above. I think it could potentially hold, and with only 18,000 sales, it looks to be reasonably okay. It doesn't look like a ridiculous amount were bought, so it's kind of a benefit that this came out with the Pirate Collection, because the Pirate Collection got more attention and more money was put towards that, so a fair bit better. Black Gold Double Barrel, well, this has got 3,000 requests, so obviously this was doing better than the likes of the AR in terms of demand. Nana. Buy orders, well, I'm not sure if this is legit. I think that might be fake. I think it's just trying to make it appear to be more in demand than it actually is. So that's 1,550. Yeah. I don't know. Like, here, it's kind of sitting at around $1.80-ish, but will it actually hold? Will it stay above? Will it retain its value? At the moment, we've only got one listing at $4. Maybe it will work out all right. All of the other Black Gold skins are selling at a higher price, but they all sold at a higher price in the Rust store, so maybe it might just automatically rise up in price to match up to them, or maybe like all the other double barrel shotguns, it kind of suffers. Barders at the moment, it's not going up to $2 all the way. It's a $2.49 skin. It might potentially be in some trouble. Maybe I need to remove my barder at some point. That very likely could happen, so we shall see. All right, moving on, we have the Hermit Crab, only up to about 1,000 requests. And as you can see, the barders end at around $1.60-ish. So, yeah, a lot of people are very skeptical about its future. And let's put it this way. Do you reckon we're going to see another pet rock or animal style skin being accepted for a rock skin? Kind of wouldn't be surprised. Skin creators are mainly focusing that with the likes of rock skins. So, well, let's just wait and see. Will he hold or will he not? The buy orders at the moment don't look like it's going to really help him out. So you're probably just better off doing a buy order if you want to grab one of these. And then with the charcoal furnace, we have buy orders only going up to about $1.20. Yeah, not too surprised. Personally, as I said, I'm not too invested into likes of furnace skins. I am wary of them. But you never know. Maybe it might rebound and do quite alright. But again, how many sales did they all have? At the moment, that's got 25,000. So, yeah, the furnace potentially might be struggling a bit because it's a $2 skin. It's only got barders going up to about $1.20. So, yeah, not too good. Not too good. So, that's the skins this week. The abnormal skins, to be precise. And tomorrow, with the next Rust Store rotation, which, honestly, I'm not 100% sure what likely could be accepted, because just looking at the likes of TGG's top picks here, I'm looking at the clothing. I mean, hide shirt and the deep sea hide stuff probably would be nice, because, of course, more green primitive stuff would be a very interesting thing. Poncho would definitely go up in price. Hopefully my Hawaiian shirt and pants might. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not too keen on the clothing and armor for tomorrow. Sailor stuff was cool. I do like the sailor stuff. That does look nice. I do like mine as well, but you never know. We might potentially have an early pick. We might have an early pick for the clothing and armor. We had some very interesting things being submitted. A miner's hat, for example. We hardly ever see any of them. Capybara tier 2 here. Maybe we'll get a late pick. Maybe one of the clothing and armor pieces that we saw being submitted quite some time back could potentially appear tomorrow. Hard maybe. I'm just looking at all the clothing and armor for this for the regular skins. What's the better way of putting it? Typical picks, that's it. I'm not super keen. Maybe we end up with a Rust Store tomorrow that doesn't have any clothing and armor. That could happen. So, bit awkward. But as I said, you've always got to keep an eye on the likes of the workshop. Always, always, always. And that's why I should always recommend that you keep an eye on the likes of my Rust Workshop skin checks videos that I upload. get a good look at all the skins. Be aware of what likely potentially could be appearing. And if you can anticipate the arrival of a new skin, potentially for a collection, you can invest into that collection. And if it gets accepted, you can make some profits. Simple as that. So, yeah, the more you are aware, the better position you can put yourself in. What is the front page of the Steam market looking like? And Festive Garlands casually sitting there at about $13, $14 with more pirate stuff there. So, yeah, this is normal. All right, then. So, Rustore rotation. What time tomorrow do I reckon? I reckon it's probably going to end up at around maybe 7 to 8 o'clock UK time, like normal. I don't imagine it's going to be super early. We would only imagine a Rustore rotation happening early when an actual update comes out. So, usually Force Wipe. So, yeah, probably around 7, maybe 9 o'clock. That'll, probably push it up to about 9 o'clock tomorrow. So, yeah, that is what we could potentially see. So, with that, thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you had a nice little time watching. And, yeah, I hope you have a lovely sleep. I'll see you tomorrow. I will be doing my Rustore rotation stream. If you want a link to my Twitch, just take a look. I usually start my stream around 7 to 8 o'clock on a Thursday. My time, UK time. So, all right then. Catch you later. See you and goodbye. Have a lovely sleep.